Our program will now begin with the viewing of this short video. Good evening. Welcome to the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry's 2020 Annual Awards Ceremony. We're here in Victory Brewing Company in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Thank you for being here. I know things look differently these days, particularly for this event, but we're all grateful to be here as the small group here at Victory Brewing Company is socially distancing and donning your masks. Thank you. And thank you for joining us virtually. My name is Susan Overton. I'm the Deputy General Counsel of a company called Genesis Healthcare. Genesis is the largest nursing home provider in the nation. We're proudly based in Kennett Square, right here in Chester County. I also proudly serve as a board member of the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry. And I'm gladly here tonight to be your MC as we run through the program. So let's get started. I'd like to introduce, representing our event sponsor, Exelon Corporation, Mr. Tom Armstrong.
Thank you, Susan, and good evening, everyone. On behalf of Exelon Generation Company, and PECO, we are proud and honored to sponsor the Chamber's 2020 Annual Awards Dinner. Exelon is a Fortune 100 company that works in every stage of the energy business, from power generation, competitive energy sales, to transmission and delivery. And as the nation's leading competitive energy provider, Exelon does business in 48 states, and we employ over 33,000 people nationwide. Exelon is one of the largest competitive U.S. power generators with nuclear, gas, wind, solar, and hydroelectric facilities, comprising one of the nation's cleanest and lowest cost power generation fleets. Our Constellation business provides energy products and services to approximately 1.8 million residential, public sector, and business customers nationwide. Our PECO company provides safe and reliable service to over 1.6 million electric customers and over 500,000 natural gas customers in southeastern Pennsylvania, including 215,000 in Chester County. And our Exelon Generation Company is headquartered in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, and our company and its employees continue to work to strengthen our communities and enhance our local economies to help our regions thrive. Exelon and PECO have been longtime members of the Chamber, and we continue to support the important initiatives that the Chamber leads in providing a voice in Chester County businesses at the local, state, and federal level. I'd like to take a moment and acknowledge Guy and his team who continue to work tirelessly to promote Chester County and its businesses in a climate that is constantly changing, often uncertain, and has experienced unprecedented challenges over the past year. I'd also like to thank Tom Chiamento for his leadership as chairman over the past year and for his longstanding support of the Chamber. And finally, I congratulate tonight's award recipients who are being honored for their important work and contribution to Chester County's business community and its citizens. It's indeed a privilege to sponsor tonight's event and to continue to support the Chamber. Thank you so much for participating in the event this evening.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you to our sponsors. I'd like to express our gratitude for the following sponsors. Our presenting sponsors: American Water, Buckley, Bryan, McGuire, and Morris, Exelon Corporation, Genesis Healthcare. And thank you to our platinum sponsors: Aqua, Bentley Systems, Inc., CTDI, Comcast, Independence Blue Cross, Vanguard, Dupuis Synthes, and our gold sponsors: Brandywine Hospital of Tower Health, Kreischer Miller, Able Brothers, Cozen O'Connor, Meridian Bank, Brumball Wealth Management, Energy Transfer, Stefano Slack, Accountants and Tax Advisors, Fulton Bank, the Hankin Group, Utility Line Services, and Lamb Magdalene. Now let's take time to take a look at all of our sponsors by viewing this digital program as presented by QVC. Now, representing our Citizen of the Year sponsor, Buckley, Bryan, McGuire, and Morris, none other than Mr. Skip Bryan.
Thank you, thank you. I have an honor this evening that is very special. But first, let me just suggest that all of you out there are some people that are wondering, how is he standing at this podium right now over the years as the Republican County Chairman? You ought to know that Andy Dinniman and I became friends many years ago. We learned how to work together, an R and a D, for the good of the people of Chester County. I respect him very much. Some of the accomplishments that happened in our county during that time, the 29 slip ramp and the widening of 202, to name a few. But how did Andy become Andy? Liked by so many people in our county. I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. Many years ago, when Andy was a commissioner in Chester County, we spoke. And I said to him, how come all of these Republican committee people like you so much? And they really like you not only as your commissioner, but they liked him as a senator many times. And he said, Skip, let me tell you a secret. At the end of the day, I make sure that every phone call that comes into the commissioner's office is returned. I go out to the desk of the receptionist after hours, take out all the pink slips, no matter whose box it was in. And I return those calls, whether it was in one of the other commissioners' box or not. I thought that was brilliant. He did what an elected official should do, talk to the people, and that's how Andy became Andy. I can tell you many other stories about Andy and how he helped make this county the #1 county in Pennsylvania, but that's for another time. I appreciate him for what he's done, and we also have something in common, the love for our dogs. His dog goes everywhere with him, and Mitchell goes everywhere with me. At an event not too long ago, I walked into the room and Andy said to me, "Where's Mitchell?" And I said, "He's in the car." Our county should be thankful for his service over the years and his help in making one of the counties the best in the country. He will be missed. I am honored to present the Citizens of the Year Award to our senator and my friend, Andy Dinniman.
I will be brief. I'm not known for briefness, though. First, it's an honor to accept this from Skip Byron. I think Skip and I have shown the way that politics can be done. It's not necessary to threaten the other person. It's not necessary to say things that will destroy the whole political system, is it? It doesn't matter. You can be of opposite parties. It's almost as similar to a football game. You want to score your touchdowns, you want to score your wins, but you can still be respectful of the other team and work with the other team. So I thank Skip for that, and I think that we do represent what's very much needed in this country today. Chester County is purple. If you talk to people, we're more moderate in our views. We want to simply get things done. And this moderation is what we need in Harrisburg right now in terms of the COVID pandemic. We have to keep people healthy, but at the same time, we don't have to destroy business. There is a happy medium here, and we need to work for it. Now, I can assure you that I'm not going off to the sunset. I will be forming a PAC, but this PAC won't be backing candidates. It's going to back issues involving education. I want you to understand the crisis that we're in. Right now, you have youngsters who haven't been in school for 8 to 9 months. The Philadelphia schools now they don't know when they're going to open. In addition to that, it's not enough just to simply say, I'm going to give a Chromebook to someone and assume that person's going to learn. It doesn't happen that way. So 45% of the students in public schools in Pennsylvania are low income. 70,000 are non-English learners. And what good does it do to send an English virtual tape to someone and assume they're going to learn when neither they nor their parents know enough English to learn from it? So what I'm saying is, we're going to have to really begin to understand how it's destroyed the lives of young people, and it's going to hurt the economy in the long run. And finally, what we have to do in terms of the economy is understand. There are two factors in the world today. One is we're in an era of unprecedented change. There never has there been this rate of change in all of human history, and our workforce has to be able to adapt to that change. And the second factor we have to understand is that the competition in the world today is not between education, it's not between industrial systems, it's between education and labor training systems. And Pennsylvania needs to get going on both of those fronts. So I thank the Chamber. It's good to see so many people here who I've known and worked with over the years, or who, just remember that we live in a great county, a great commonwealth, and a great nation, and we'll get over this pandemic, and we will survive as a nation, and hopefully, all of us will bring the politics back to a level of civility, and we will be able to say with pride, we're an American and a Chester Countian. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Dinniman, and congratulations.
I have to get my mask.
We certainly appreciate your service, and we're all glad to hear that you're not riding off into the sunset. And I appreciate, as a mother of four, I appreciate your new continued focus on education for our youngsters.
And my daughter's here, so Alexis, raise your hand. And my daughter sends her regards. She's recovering. You know, she was ill. She's recovering. She's out of pain. She's walking again. And so she'll be back in action with me very soon. So thank you.
Great to know she is in our prayers. Please welcome the chairman of our board of directors, who will also be presenting our Executives of the Year Award on behalf of his company, American Water, Mr. Tom Chiamento.
Thank you, Susan. And thank you all for participating this evening virtually, and for those that are in the room, and to the award winner, Senator Dinniman, congratulations. On behalf of American Water, first of all, I'd like to thank the Chamber, and specifically Guy and the my fellow board members. It's not an easy time for anybody in business, and that includes the Chamber of Commerce. These are challenging times for this organization as well, and to be able to pull off an event like this, even virtually, is a great feat, and your participation means a lot, and it's the best we can do to try to continue to have some sort of interaction with the membership and honor those that have been so important to our community. I'd like to thank American Water for giving me the ability to serve on this board and to be part of this organization and the important mission that it conducts. I'm proud to have the pleasure and honor of introducing our Executives of the Year. Ron Barchet and Bill Covaleski are the founders of Victory Brewing, a beer that is now known almost everywhere. These entrepreneurs, these businessmen, these friends follow in a long line of exceptional executives honored by this Chamber of Commerce. James Bogle, Nick DeBenedictis, Bob Hankin, Ashley McAvoy, just to name a few. Like those men and women, Ron and Bill excel at what they do. They love what they do and are recognized by their peers both inside and outside the beer industry. They grew a business and created jobs and opportunities for thousands of people right here in Chester County. Yet they do have their own story, a personal story, a Chester County story. They picked Downingtown as their home base to brew beer and then to create their first brew pub. When it was not obvious or popular to pick towns like Downingtown, they did. And when it was time to create brew pub number 2, they chose Kennett Square. And when it was time to produce and distribute their beer on a larger scale, they chose Parksburg to build their brewery. Time and time again, they have reinvested and grown along with our county. Our chamber knows too that as they grew, they always took extra efforts to recruit, hire, and train local residents in each location. They looked for ways to give back, from reducing their waste to supporting local projects. And we know too that they've given of their expertise and time to causes local, regional, and beyond. from Vista 2025 to the PA Brewers Association, and from the Downingtown Main Street program to leading the Pennsylvania Restaurant and Lodging Association. They've invested their time, treasure, and talent to help our community and the macroeconomy of our region and state grow. And they've done it together. For your success, for your leadership, for your service, and for your commitment to our community, our county, and our Commonwealth, we say cheers to you, Ron and Bill. Congratulations. And as I invite Ron and Bill up to the podium, here's a brief video to tell you their story.
Really appreciate everyone joining to do a few cheers and share some stories remotely, because this is how we persevere, this is how we adapt and have fun throughout difficult times.
Drinking is a social event. Drinking is something you do socially. It brings people together, and thanks to technology, it at least allows us to stay together as we endure these tough times.
So we met in 1973 on the school bus as we were being transported to 5th grade. So we were the new guys, so to speak. That was enough of a reason to get together and talk and get things going.
We were outsiders, and that's sort of what drew us together. When we were graduating school, there wasn't really a lot of craft beer. I think it started from just enjoying really good beer. The home brewing kit that Bill got me in 1985 for Christmas, all was sort of starting to gel in terms of a passion.
We put the puzzle pieces together to go study abroad, and our concept for Victory was the notion of giving an audience European quality beer, but fresher than they could ever get through the distribution channels. And so that's how things evolved from our homebrewing experiences, and we saw that as our singular opportunity to essentially create European quality beer. Fortunately, our audience has given us so many more opportunities to expand that flavor range.
We looked at the industry and we said, hey, you know, we may be getting into this a little bit on the late side, but I think there's still time to sneak a brewery into the Philadelphia area, because there's no really big brewery there right now, and there's got to be room with this 4th biggest city in the country for a good craft brewery. Pretty passionate about doing some things that we weren't basically doing at breweries that we were at. No idea how this would all unfold. I was in it for the adventure. I was in it for a passionate belief of bringing sensible beer culture to America. You know, where that happened, Downingtown was an awesome place that accepted us.
The fact of the matter is that Chester County's #1 output industry is still agriculture, and it sits as this amazing buffer between Philadelphia and the rest of Pennsylvania. And so the audience that we were looking to appeal to had to appreciate import quality products, stuff that they could access by flying out of the Philadelphia airport, yet they also had to appreciate the fact of locally produced results. And so Downingtown and Chester County literally sit at the very epicenter of that concept. So we feel very fortunate that we found that home.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 2020 Executives of the Year honorees, Ron Barchet and Bill Covaleski.
It's a tremendous honor, this award, this recognition, but it's also a tremendous honor to be sharing the stage tonight with Senator Dinniman, whose dedication and service to Chester County is nothing short of monumental, and I can say has served as an inspiration for myself as well. Well-deserved, well-earned, Senator. Thank you all for the generosity of your time here this evening. You know, when Ron and I were 2 years old, Bob Dylan first sang his line, when you've got nothing to lose. And though that was not in any way a rallying cry for our business plan, we were very well aware of the tremendous opportunity that was afforded to entrepreneurs here in the United States. And we were also had become aware of the tremendous opportunity that lie here in Chester County. So we feel very fortunate to have found this as a home. What we probably weren't as focused on in those days was the communal impact that our business might have. And what we've been rewarded with and seen over the years of all of the inbound support from our audience to the tremendous products and experiences that we offer here in our tap rooms. That was the part that we really hadn't quite defined. But it's been an amazing blessing watching it unfold. And I will say, when I look back on 24 years, nearly 25 at this point, what I really see is a tremendous team effort. I see a team of people that made Victory a success. And in that team, of course, we have the team members who are on our staff that show up here every day and bring their innovation and their efforts in order to make these wonderful products and experiences for everyone. So really, this award is their award. And beyond that, we of course have an extremely supportive audience that we have founded here in this county and beyond. And so for everyone who's ever enjoyed a chicken wing here or a delicious Hop Devil ale, this is really your award too. And the Chester County, I always mess up the name of this organization because of the 3 C's that happen. Chamber of Business and Industry, who have brought us all together here this evening. Honestly, this is their own award, because creating the nurturing environment for business success in Chester County, as Senator Dinniman has, as Guy has, and with his staff, I mean, this is really an award that goes to everyone. And of course, our families who walked every step of the way with us, through the dark valleys to the bright peaks like tonight, this is really their award. So we'll accept these awards on behalf of everyone, but it's really a team award. And please let my best friend and business partner express himself.
Yeah, good job, Bill. As usual, very eloquent, and he spoke from the heart from both of us on almost all of his points. I can't say that I would disagree with anything that you said. I would just double down on it. You know, I've called Chester County my home now for 25 years. My wife and I raised our children in this great county. For those of you not doing the math, our family of 3 arrived here in 1995. By 1998, it had grown to 6, and that's a testament to the fertility of Chester County. And it turns out that the fertility goes also into the business zone, you know. Since 1995, we've seen such tremendous positive developments in the county. From our location in the central part of the county, we've witnessed firsthand. The Exton bypass wasn't even open when we started building out this brewery. It was a long way to Exton to pick up plumbing parts or things. It took much longer. The new Downingtown post office, that was brand new or just opened right around that time. All these things, they seem like they're just always there. They occurred over the time that we've been working here. We've seen better access to open space thanks to the work of so many residents and jurisdictions alike. Bike trails, improved infrastructure have paved the way for a business community success. However, with a prosperous business climate, without a prosperous business climate, none of this could or would be achieved. Over the last 25 years, I've seen so many new businesses begin and flourish, while many of the established companies also continued successfully with their growth strategy. So how does that all happen? I believe a big part of the success is the cooperation and communication between business and our elected officials. This has allowed great progress on prioritizing public projects and the creation of opportunity zones and the like. Thank you, Senator Dinniman, for your ongoing belief in that public-private conversation and planning. We're sorry to see you leave, but we wish you success in your future endeavors, especially when it comes to education. That's awesome. And of course, who represents us as businesses at that table? Well, that would be the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry. They always have supported the goals and the interests of us. You know, one only has to look at the current COVID-19 crisis to see the kind of work they do on behalf of Chester County businesses. Guy and his team have worked tirelessly to help businesses react to the crisis in all manner of ways, but with equal zealousness, representing our views, concerns, and solutions to various government bodies and officials. So in closing, thank you, Chamber, for this award. It means a lot to Bill and I to be recognized by such an important organization in our home community. But also thank you for your continued work on behalf of businesses of all types across the county. And I would like to particularly thank our sponsors tonight and those who have supported the Chamber over the years. Your support makes it all possible. Again, thank you so much for the help over the years, and heartfelt thanks from both Bill and I.
Thank you, and again, congratulations, and also congratulations to Senator Dinniman. Before I begin my formal remarks, I do want to echo some of the things that were said. I do want to thank the board members for their support over this year and our sponsors tonight, and I do want to thank our staff who've had to learn how to, we all thought we knew how to multitask, and then COVID hit. We're now multitasking on a whole new level, so I want to thank them. As I said, before I begin my remarks, I want us to take just a moment and look back over the year that has been 2020, for better or worse. We're going to roll the tape. So it's been quite a year. Each year, our chamber brings together business and civic leaders to celebrate our success, honor those who lead by example, and recommit ourselves to our common future. In that sense, this year's event is like all of our others. Yet we know this event is not like the others, because this year has been like no other before it. Just this past February, as is also our custom, our board members met with local, state, and federal officials to discuss our local economy. Our number one concern was the fact that we had a workforce shortage. We needed to focus on workforce development. Our unemployment rate was 2.9%. That night, we committed ourselves to collaborate, to determine how we could recruit, train, transport, and house the necessary new team members, the new employees, that we needed our growing businesses in just about every sector of the economy. We were home to Pennsylvania's strongest economy and one of the strongest economies in the nation. And here we are today. Today we again have reclaimed the mantle as Chester County being the strongest economy in Pennsylvania, but there's a very different yardstick. The national unemployment rate is now at 8, and Pennsylvania's is sadly even higher. Yet our region's business leaders are at the forefront of reinventing their businesses and delivering those services to their customers, whether they're a B2B business or a B2C business. But even then, the folks that are here tonight, the folks that are watching, and the folks that have worked with us are doing even more than that, doing more for the greater good. You're sharing best practices with one another, buying local products and services, sharing and helping coordinate the purchase of PPE materials, and working together to be advocates. Yes, we are advocates. We continue to fight for common sense, data-based, transparent standards for safety and for commerce. And we are working to ensure that no business sector, no business, or no employee is left behind. A year ago at this event, we committed ourselves to bridge the gap, to build coalitions, to bring people together, to work for common goals, economic growth, opportunity, and preserving our wonderful quality of life here in our county and region. In a world of noise, with people talking past each other, yelling at each other, or worse, we pledged that our chamber would work to find common ground, to find the common good. Tonight, we recommit ourselves to this cause, to this much-needed approach. Yet know that we reassure our members that we are still committed to our mission, we are still committed to our values, we are still committed to the same passion that we will bring to those issues. And yes, we will be unapologetic supporters of capitalism. But we will work with all people of goodwill, regardless of party, regardless of outlook. We will work with all people of goodwill to fight tirelessly to bring about economic growth, opportunity, and liberty for all the citizens of our county and our region. We will invite our elected officials. We will implore our elected officials in Harrisburg to work with us. We are prepared to lead, and we're prepared to be supporters as well. But the one thing we are not prepared to do is sit back silently or watch. We're not prepared to sit back and forget those that are still struggling or those that are still have their businesses closed. With the state unemployment rate over 8%, and with thousands more, if not millions of Pennsylvanians who've seen their paychecks reduced, we are duty-bound as business leaders, we are duty-bound as civic leaders to work together to find common sense solutions. Learning to live with the virus is not a political or ideological or rallying cry towards divisiveness, at least not from our chamber. It's a moral, psychological, and economic imperative. We call on our leaders in Harrisburg to work together, to work with business leaders to help us safely reopen our businesses, to support getting people back to work safely, and caring for those who are ill or unable to work. When we leave here tonight and head back to work tomorrow, whether work is in your office, your home, a temporary work center, or even your car where you go to find peace and quiet, know that our chamber is committed to reopening businesses safely for all employees and all customers. Our chamber was founded 3 decades ago to be a thought leader, to bring together diverse opinions from diverse businesses to help create economic growth and opportunity. That mission is now important more than ever, and our commitment has never been stronger. As you saw in the video, we will not stop until all of our businesses are reopened and growing, and until Chester County takes its rightful place as a strong, vibrant economy in a strong, vibrant state. We will not keep fighting. We will not stop fighting until no one is left behind. I want to thank you for being here and thank you for your support to help us do what we need to do to get Chester County and our state and our nation back and moving. Thank you. I now have the honor of inviting my different neighbor and the chair of our Board of Commissioners, Mary Moskowitz, and Downingtown's own Commissioner Josh Maxwell to the podium because they have some remarks and some things to share for our honorees tonight. Commissioners, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you, everyone. I'm here with Commissioner Maxwell, and Commissioner Kickline sends her regards. but my comments are from all three of us. We are so proud to have Ron and Bill in Chester County. 25 years across many countries and across the United States, you have grown this business so much. But the thing that really makes me proud is that you are part of the Chester County family. And what we in Chester County do is not just grow our businesses, but we give back to our communities day in and day out. And they have been involved in economic development, in nonprofits, in Restore Chester County, anything they can do to make Chester County a stronger and more vibrant place. So it is our honor to be with you tonight and to celebrate and just send a big thank you for all you have done for us and will continue to do. And Senator Dinniman, my old friend, I've known him for over 30 years. And I'm just so in awe of everything that he has accomplished. We could roll the paper all the way down this aisle of the list of one thing after another that he has done for Chester County, for our community, for our dogs, for our education. He and I share those passions. And he has moved us so far along. Many of you may not know how far along he's moved us. So it is very sad for me to see him go. He's been a mentor of mine for a long time, and he was the one that believed in me when I did Franklin Commons back in 2006. And I have a very strong piece of my heart, as I know Commissioner Maxwell and Commissioner Kickline do, for all that you have done for this county. It will certainly live on for a long time. So thank you. Lastly, I would just like to thank the Chamber of Commerce for being a great partner for our county with Restore Chester County and everything we're able to do together. We couldn't do it without our chambers, so thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners, for being here this evening. Now I'd like to introduce the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industries Chair-elect, although I'm not sure if we have all the votes in yet. Still tabulating, and perhaps it will ultimately be uncontested. His name is Dave Hackett of Cozen O'Connor.
Thank you very much, Susan, and let me pass along my congrats to the honorees, and also thank you to the commissioners for being here, who 2.5 months into their job had their job, challenges, and mission change exponentially, and we appreciate how you've risen to the occasion to service the county, and thank you for your ongoing efforts. Let me also pass along thanks to our board. The board members that are here and the board members that are watching out online. As we've all outlined here, it's been a very challenging year. And the Chamber did not qualify for PPP money, but we instead worked tirelessly, thanks to the support of our board members, to help our businesses get that PPP money, to help them get through these difficult times through the pandemic and be an advocate for them. So thank you, board members, for your financial support and your service to this chamber so that we are able to continue the mission that Guy so eloquently outlined. So let me also just take some time to thank some of our board members who are going to be leaving us, and thank you for your great and invaluable service to the board. Stacy Martin from Hankin, the Hankin Group, Dwayne Connect from CTDI, and Jeff Clark from Chrysler Miller. Thank you so much for your service. And they are going to be replaced by some very qualified new board members from their companies, and we look forward to working with them and want to welcome them to the chamber and to the board. And they will be Sam Sherrill from the Hankin Group, Carlo Ferry from Chrysler Miller, and Keith Montone from CTDI. Welcome aboard. We look forward to working with you. And once again, just one more time, let's give thanks to our sponsors that help make this event possible. Thank you.
Congratulations again to our esteemed honorees, Bill and Ron from Victory Brewing Company, and also Senator Dinniman. It's an honor to be here with you, and thank you again. Congratulations. Congratulations to our county commissioners for being here as well, and thank you for being here as well. Congratulations as well. That's what we had planned for our program tonight. I do want to thank our sponsors. Again, your sponsorship is so very important to us, and it helps us strive and forge through the future. Thank you to Victory Brewing Company for hosting us. Thanks to the staff. Thanks to the staff of the Chester County Chamber of Business and Industry, and also thank you to Valley Creek Productions. And for all of you that were able to be here tonight, thank you for continuing to adhere to our new normal right now with respect to our COVID precautions. I have been told you can remove your mask to enjoy your favorite Victory IPA or lager. So please feel free to do so, but be safe, and thank you again. Good night.